Hello, welcome back to the channel. Normal White here again, and today I have not sad news but just some really annoying news. This dumb Lexus, I've been driving around, and you guys know I got the cxracing turbo kit on it, the complete kit. Only thing I changed was the wastegate, so everything that on there is cxracing, and it's been a little bit of a hassle. Got an exhaust leak that I had to deal with. I kind of got that sorted out for the most part. When it's cold, it leaks. When it warms up, it's totally fine. I don't even care. I've just been leaving it like that. The downpipe fitment is super tight. So sometimes when you're at, a stoplight, and or if you come and I park at home and I throw it in park, sometimes the collector or the end of the downpipe literally is rubbing on the bottom of the car, like on the floorboard. So kind of had to do some clearancing there. I think I need to do some more. But the most annoying thing is that I don't know if anyone else is running this kit. I do know 2 people that run this kit. However, I think one of them changed his turbo to something else, and the other guy I think ran the cxracing turbo. But nonetheless, you just can't get the turbo drain completely vertical as it should be. I've already moved it around once. I don't know if I showed you guys on camera or not, but when I first put the turbo on, I had the drain kind of running off to the side. Now I have it, let me just show it to you. So originally I had the drain kind of coming off of this side over here, like down this way and around the bottom of the intercooler piping there, and it went down to the oil pan. It's kind of following the same route. You can see it right there, that braided line. It's just an AN line. And then what I had to do, since it was smoking so much, I don't know if I showed you any of this, but in the effort of being transparent, it was smoking a lot. So that feed that's right there was actually like on this side over here coming in, and it was just a crazy angle. So, and that's just what I had to do, because if you see just down right over there, there's the collector bolt for the flange, right down there somewhere. I don't know if you can see it now, but just right over here where the turbo actually bolts to the manifold. There's no way that you can spin this cartridge. You can't spin around to get the feed just vertical, because the drain will hit the flange on the bottom. So there's no way. That's why I originally had it coming out on this side. So after moving it around a little bit, I was able to get the drain to come out on the other side a little bit closer to vertical. As you can see, my feed now is still not vertical, but it is a lot better than it used to be. However, when I sit at idle, or if I've been checking, because I'll driving around and then I'll stop on the side of the road and just pop the hood and see if it's smoking. It's still smoking. When I first moved this drain, it didn't smoke at all. I thought it was fixed. However, I haven't driven the car in like 4 or 5 days. I drove it yesterday, and now it's smoking again. And the feed's not smoking. It doesn't smoke out of the exhaust. It doesn't, there's no oil here on the intake. I don't know if these seals are just bad, or if this turbo is actually just garbage. I mean, most people just say throw the turbo away anyway, but it came with the kit, so I decided to just run it. I'm kind of at a crossroads right now of what to do. I don't want to pull all this apart again and just change up the whole entire setup. So I may just end up I'm going to pull it apart right now again and see. The only thing I'm thinking is my turbo drain flange is actually leaking, and it's leaking down onto the collector, and that's burning. That would be something that I could fix. Secondly, the turbo itself is just actually garbage, and it's just leaking, and there's nothing I can do about it. It'll just continue to leak. I mean, it makes boost reliably. Like, I make 3 to 4 pounds of boost every single time. I can get on the throttle, it'll make the boost, no problem. It works perfectly fine. It doesn't smoke or anything. However, sitting here at idle, you can't. Yeah, I mean, you can't pull up to the car show and then your car is just smoking. It looks like it's on fire. So I mean, I can't have that. So right now, I don't know. Either I'm gonna pull this off and I'm gonna see if the drain is leaking, and I hope it's leaking, because that would just be won't be an easy fix, but it's something that I can solve right now. If it is not leaking, then either I need to get this thing more vertical, which honestly I don't even know how I can get it any more vertical than it already is. There is a different kind of drain I might go with. I might ditch the AN line altogether. I might switch to that. That might give me a little bit more room. However, if that doesn't work, then the last thing I was going to try to attempt is to just swap out this turbo with something else. I don't know what else I can put in there. I've been looking around. A buddy of mine sent a link to what he's using on his Lexus. It's on eBay. It's just a GT35R type turbo. It's like 260 bucks. It has a billet wheel, and that's what he's using, and it seems to be working. So it's similarly sized to this. It'll probably make, you know, 500-600 horsepower max, maybe 700, but I'm not going that high. But that's what he's running, and he said his doesn't leak at all. So I don't know, I'll just have to see. But I know I've been talking a lot, so let me just try and get this turbo off, and I'll show you guys what I'm working with. Now you can see how I have my drain on here now. It used to come off of the other side over there, but I rotated around so that the feed is more straight, and I have like a spark plug heat shield on there that's rated for, I think, like 1200 degrees direct continuous heat, so it's not burning or anything like that. But there isn't any oil at all leaking here. I mean, there is a little bit of discoloration on this side, which maybe oil could be leaking and burning onto the collector, but I highly doubt it, because I reached my finger around to the drain area and there's no oil at all. So I don't know if it is leaking or not. I don't really want to pull off this exhaust housing again, or well, not the housing, but like the center cartridge. It's so tight to get all this in. All right, so upon a closer inspection, you can see this is definitely wet right here. I don't know if this will focus on this or not, but it's definitely wet over here. But you can see that the O-ring kind of stops right at the tip of my glove there, but over here the O-ring doesn't stop at all. There's an opening over here on the right, and this is definitely burnt oil right here on this little flange right here. So oil definitely was getting out of this drain and probably running down the line and burning, and that's probably where it came out of. So I'm gonna have to probably revisit this. This is the guy right here. So you can see it looks like the oil was being stopped over here on this side, but it was actually running out over here. That's why it's like kind of built up and cruddy on this side over here. I think I'm gonna again try to use this drain one more time, try to seal this up a little bit better, because I'm pretty sure that's what's leaking right here. So I'm gonna clean all this off as best I can. Probably gonna get a new O-ring for this, and then put this all back together again, and only time will tell if it'll be smoking again. Alright, just checking on my tune to make sure it's still good. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. You probably can. Feel that smoke that's coming up from the turbo. I really hope it's not like new oil draining out. I really hope it's just old stuff burning off, but this is what I've been dealing with, and man, it is so irritating. So I don't know, I'm gonna look under the car and try and look a little closer and see what it is, because I really can't tell from here because everything's so tight down there. So I'll get right back with you guys in a minute. Well, I'm kind of hoping that that smoke goes away completely. I do know there was a good amount of residual oil just sitting around, but I don't know, that's just kind of how it is right now. This is what I've been dealing with. I have driven this car about, I don't know, maybe about 150 miles or so. The longest I've driven it continuously was about an hour, or maybe like 50 minutes straight, and it did just fine on the freeway. However, when I got to where I was going, it was smoking like this. Only at idle. I mean, I can't tell if it's smoking while I'm driving, obviously, but I know it doesn't smoke out of the exhaust. There's no oil in the compressor housing at all, so I know it's just like it's got to be a drain issue, or even a feed issue maybe. I don't know. This turbo could just be garbage. I don't even know. So this is just what I'm dealing with. Trying to be as you know, honest with you guys as I can, because I know if you guys are going to get this kit, you know, you want to know these things before you go on ahead and spend over $2,000 and you know, possibly deal with issues. So it's kind of just where I'm at right now. I'm gonna go drive it some more, and we'll see by the time, if maybe I get home or wherever I gotta go, to see if it's still gonna be smoking. So far it's about the same as it was before. So I don't know, we'll see. Okay guys, so I went on ahead and drove it just a little bit more. Sorry I didn't record all of it, but when I did come to a stop, at one point I got out again, checked it, and it was smoking even more. And I saw like one drip of oil or one drop of oil come from underneath the car. So what I did was just turn straight around and went right home, because I didn't want to, you know, risk this thing catching on fire or doing anything like that. So none of that happened. It was perfectly fine. I got home, still smoking, but I don't know really what to do at this point. I've already tried to, you know, take this thing apart, put it back together. I tried to order the other drain. So I don't know if anyone else has any other suggestions on what I should do or what they think I should do. Then I'm here to listen to see. It has been suggested that I get another turbo, and I know guys with these CX Racing kits often don't use these turbos at all. Maybe this is one of the reasons why, because I don't know, just trying to get this drain situated is pretty annoying, and I'd rather just buy a different turbo altogether. That way I can hopefully make a drain that is a little bit more vertical, because that seems to be the majority of the issue. Also, the downpipe doesn't really fit too great on this turbo. I mean, I know I had an exhaust leak when I first started up the car. I pretty much got it sorted now, but I know it's not perfect, and I think it's because of the downpipe and how it just, I don't know if the flange is warped or whatever the case may be, but nonetheless, I don't know. I'll have to go back to the drawing board and see what I'm going to do about this drain. As of now, I mean, the car still runs perfectly fine. The turbo still builds boost just fine. It's just dealing with this drain is kind of annoying, and I don't want to have to keep on coming back to this and revisiting a drain, you know, every week or something like that. So I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. As of now, I'm just going to probably have to pull this back apart again and see where it's leaking from again, and see if I can come up with a different plan, or I don't know, I might just go with a different turbo. So we'll see. But if it's your first time on the channel, thanks for stopping by. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.